Wrapping today's show on 3HL with another Tennessee guy, Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. So you're surrounded by Tennessee guys again, Babs.
I know. This is the normal.
Linebacker
War
Keenan
Eagle
Pili.
Anyway.
Keenan Pili joins us now. Keenan, what's up? How are you?
Man, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Good. You enjoying today?
Yeah, man, it's been hectic, but it's been fun.
So what's the message? Because, like, Heupel's such an offensive guy, and everybody that we talk to always wants to talk about Tennessee's offense. You guys are building something on defense, though.
Yes, sir. Come see about it. We got some dudes. I'm excited. Our defense is really coming along. I feel like the camaraderie, the gel, like all that's really coming along because we got new faces. Yeah. We got a lot of guys that played a lot of games, like on the D line. So
Keenan Pili with us on 3. How much does it help you to have like Big O and James Pierce in front of you and let you kind of roam around?
You know, it's a blessing for me. Yeah, I get excited. We got tons of dudes up there that can handle.
Yeah.
26 years old is what you are now,
yes.
Right? All right. So you're like the old head in the locker room. Like
yep,
Do
exactly.
you have the nickname or do
you got the wordage right there? No, yeah, Grandpa, Unc, everything. I get it all.
Unc is the best. Yeah. So you look back at your kind of journey, you know, from BYU to Tennessee and all that, 2 season-ending injuries in your career. What had you maybe learned about yourself through having to deal with that, and who's kind of been your rock as you've moved through it twice?
Man, learned a lot. My wife has been huge, being along with me in that ride, and I feel like one thing I learned going through all that, got to appreciate every day that you get to play a sport. Each day I think I'm just grateful that my body's healthy enough to play a game because I miss it, you know. I miss playing football. I grind with the boys, and I want to get back to it, but you don't always get that opportunity. So really just gratitude and then just taking every opportunity to learn some more while you can't play.
How frustrating was that last year to happen so early in the season, and how painful was that tricep thing?
Yeah, it was frustrating. The pain is what it is, man. Yeah. I didn't want to accept it during the game that I was actually injured, so it was a little tough that way. But
you played through a torn tricep.
Yep.
Like, what did you played till the second half, right?
Yeah, I think it was like third quarter. I'm like, it was so swollen.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that.
Yeah, it kept failing. Yeah.
Like your arm wouldn't even work, right? At some point, you're that's crazy, man. Tough. That's a different cloth, though.
Yeah, no question. You have what do you do to unplug? Because you had to sit out and you watch, but at some point you're going over the plays in your mind. You're probably in the film room, but you got to unplug every now and then. What do you do to unplug?
For me, it's fishing. I love fishing. Really? Yeah, I do. I love being out where it's quiet. Yeah. And that's what I do with my free time.
That's dope right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody come out there disturbing you, and you have to be like, hey, man, get up out of here, man. This
Sometimes.
Yeah.
What about any teammates? Any teammates go with you?
Yeah, we've been some of the linebackers we've been fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Been with a couple of players.
You have to teach people?
A lot of people know out here.
Yeah.
A lot of people know how to fish. Maybe the South or something.
Yeah.
That's what
so, speaking of the South, so you've been in Knoxville now over a year, right? Favorite part of it? What's surprised you? You know, all of that coming from, obviously, Utah.
I love the community. I feel like that's something we got pretty quick into, made really good friends, met really great people, and – man, like we talk about all the time, like I could live in Knoxville. I see why people come and don't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me what it's like being able to see the momentum building in all the sports. You guys, football trickling over into basketball doing the same thing in baseball, then the national championship. All of a sudden it's back to you guys and your turn. What is that momentum like? How good is the energy up there?
It's huge because you kind of build that winning culture, and now that's the standard to win.
Mm-hmm.
Watching the baseball recently was cool to take some lessons from like some adversities they faced in the game, and then we looked into it. Hey, how do we apply that into football? Like how they turned the page. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Coach Hype kind of brought up some scenarios that we learned from. It was cool.
That's what's up.
So people that don't know your game, describe you as a linebacker.
Man, I'm gonna get to the ball. That's my number one. That's the one thing I learned as a kid. always been told the greatest players get to the ball, so I'm going to get to the ball. And at the end of the day, that's what I do. Love contact. I've always loved that part about the sport. I'm going to get to the ball and be a part of the play.
I was told that you were going to be the communicator as well. Do you enjoy that responsibility?
I do, and I don't take it lightly.
Yeah.
As linebackers, you got to know everything. You got to communicate it too.
Was it a specific moment in a game this past year when you were sitting out and it was one of them like, hey, man, I might go in the locker room and go on and suit up, man. I got to get back out here. I can't stand watching it. Or did you want to leave from watching the game this past year?
No, I just tried to buy in heavily, watching those boys and just pulling them aside and talking what's going through their head, what they're seeing, what can I cue. Really all of that. I just tried to, be a part of it, be immersive into the situation experience.
You got some young guys that are around you, man, that are gaining, they're coming in with a lot of acclaim. You got guys like Edwin Spielman and people like that, Boo Carter. Got a lot of guys on defense. Who's somebody that stood out that you feel like you done little brother them like, come on, man, let me show you the ropes in this?
Man, I've been really happy with Edwin because he reminded me of him.
Yeah.
He's going to be good.
He's going to be all right.
He's going to be good.
Yeah.
Nashville guy.
That's good. Yeah. He got some great expectations, man.
Good mind, too.
Yeah.
So, obviously, there were question marks kind of back end of this defense in the past. Where has that part of this unit gotten better, and why can we expect to see a difference?
I think there's just a higher accountability level. We've seen what happened in the past. We've seen what happens when we do well. And we got to stop beating ourselves. I think at the end of the day, we understand that as a defense. That is our job. We got to stop beating ourselves, and we got to get our offense the ball. That's the goal.
Yep. Let them score.
Yeah.
Let them run up those points.
Yeah. Get the offense the ball, they're going to score. That's what we know.
What does life after football look like for you? Whether, it's obviously, of course, you want an NFL career, I'm sure. But what does life after football look like for you, and what do you want to do with that life?
Man, a lot. Hopefully have a big family one day. I come from a big family. Hope I can have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
And
well,
raise
how
them.
big?
What's a lot? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 5 of us total in my family, but shoot, I grew up around with cousins.
Yeah. So you want 5 kids, 10 kids? What are we doing?
We'll see what the wife says. We'll see.
That's a good man right there. She's in charge of that.
Yeah. She's doing the heavy lifting.
That's right.
What was it about Tennessee that made you want to go there?
One, just being here, stepping foot. I remember when we first stepped foot, it was pretty obvious, we wanted to be here. We love Knoxville, and then Coach Hype, especially my relationship with him very early. We knew it was a place we wanted to be. Just how he was, who he was. I trusted him, and I was wanting to be a part of what he had going on. Built my relationship with the other coaches, built a relationship with players, got to talk to them, what it's actually like, and, it was easy.
So James Pierce Jr., you see him do things on the field. When you guys get in the meeting room and you put the tape on, is it like how much of a freak show is that guy?
Very. And we see the back end.
You see him on tape, in the film room, and y'all are like, damn, man.
I think we'll see a little more. We see what happens when no cameras are on. Shoot, I lift with him every day. He's my lift partner.
Okay.
So I get to see him, firsthand. He's a freak, man. He's going to be good, and he's working harder than he ever worked before.
So you make him better, he makes you better?
100.
Yep.
Got to.
Yep. Keenan Pili, Tennessee linebacker. Thank you, brother. Good to see you, man.
Thank you.
Good to have you back, man.
Love it. All right, that wraps it for Tennessee SEC Media Days. In the books for Tuesday. Coming up tomorrow, Alabama, Mississippi State, Texas, and Florida will be in here. We'll talk with Peter Burns. We'll talk with Josh Ward, Rich Clark, the head of the College Football Playoff. Got a lot coming up tomorrow. Appreciate you being with us today. It's hot outside. I know in Nashville it's 102 here. So we'll deal with it in the Omni Convention Center area. But, Babsy, good day?
SEC.
Just means more, baby. Just means more.
Great day, and we still have 2 more great days ahead.
Love it. Good night. God bless.
SEC ya.
Wouldn't want to be here, especially if you were Texas.